last year. So when I saw him come back this year, I was really excited. I was really excited to see him come back to the program. So glad to hear, brother. All right. So without further ado, Vanden Harris.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Like Dr. Osiris said, I had the privilege of attending the program last year, and I'll say it's really made a change in my life. You know, I wanted to go to college and kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do, but being in the program last year really helped me to formulate everything in the way I wanted to and know how college worked and how the application process worked. And it also, you know, they don't only teach us about the application, they teach us real life stuff. They teach us, you know, stuff you'll take into your lives throughout the rest of your lives and hopefully pass down to your children. Being in the program last year, you know, I learned things such as, you know, how to incorporate yourself into groups and how to identify yourself and how to work with other people that maybe won't be compatible with you. Expressive versus amiable people, and people that were driven to do things versus people that maybe weren't as driven. And just going through that whole process was really exhilarating for me and really an experience that a lot of people need to experience. And I've decided to come back because I felt being older, I'd be able to incorporate stuff better and take things in a different way and be able to incorporate them into my life in a better way, being older and therefore wiser and smarter. And I just want to thank Dr. Osiris and Dr. Pinkard for that opportunity. A couple of things we learned throughout the program include the history of Black education in terms of, you know, where we started from not being able to read and being prohibited from reading, into more Black students going into colleges and universities and being successful and going to that next level of success. We learned about asset-based approaches versus deficit-based approaches, in a sense that approaching things with positivity and how to identify negativity and turn it around in a positive way. We learned how to identify ourselves, as I noted earlier, analyticals versus amiables versus drivers versus expressives. And many of us found ourselves in two separate groups, analyticals, which they like to have data right on there, right on the spot, and expressives who tend to talk more than they listen, but they also contribute to a group in a way. We learned about Black culture and what it means to be Black. Many of us threw out words of positivity, but also a lot of them were positive, but we took those and incorporated them in a way to help us grow in the future. We learned how to avoid reductive analysis, like talking about a certain group in a way that may bring them down, rather than bringing them down, uplifting another group, as we would want ourselves to be uplifted. We learned about the concept of falling forward onto something rather than, you know, maybe not achieving success and falling back onto something. Kind of being like persevering throughout failure until we reach success. Learned about the great migration of Blacks and why they left the South and why they're returning from the South in order to grow industrially and go into industries in which we previously weren't able to. We learned about methods in conflict management and how to incorporate ourselves in environments that may not be the environments we find ideal, and how to handle those environments and instances in a peaceful way. We learned about how to navigate the college experience and even ways, myself going to private school, even ways that I hadn't known were possible. Ways of like how the application process works and ins and outs and little tips and tricks like being an RA or resident assistant, in which you can live on campus, you're kind of a campus police in a sense, but if you go about it in the right way, you know, people probably won't hate you for crashing their parties, but you can get free room and board while also being able to, you know, engage in the college experience. I really like the experience because as I pursue going into college, as I go into senior year going to college, I'm able to kind of separate from my family in a sense of being an individual and depending on myself rather than others. In doing so, I'm really grateful for the opportunity that's been provided to all of us. I hope that we can all incorporate these ideas and everything and take them with us in the future and pass them down to people in order to grow ourselves as a community. Thank you.
Great.